Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into tonight's film session, tomorrow's film session, today's film session, wherever you found it, however you found it, whatever time you found it. We appreciate you for being here. If you expected to see my beautiful face, sorry. It's about 11 o'clock at night here on a Tuesday night. Just got done evaluating the film at a full clip, and there's a lot to talk about this guy in particular. Now, I know Chad Morris is the offensive coordinator over there at Auburn, but this is still a Gus Malzahn-oriented offense, still wrapped in his total identity, not only as a play caller but a play designer. We got a a theme of tonight's breakdown. And what I'm going to show you is obviously how Auburn tries to win football games on offense, how they try to score points and move the football. And obviously we're going to talk about how you go about stopping those things, because tonight is a defensive-oriented breakdown. We already did the offensive side of the football from what they did against Arkansas. Our first real look at Todd Monken, so looking at last year's offensive tape against Auburn, is pretty much going to be mundane. It's not really going to be there for us to do anything with. But this defensive stuff still going to be rather relative. I know Auburn's changed a good bit, but Georgia's personnel on the defensive side of the football is still good. But if you want to check out that video we did on Arkansas, the offensive production and offensive performance from that game, feel free to check out the rest of the YouTube page. While you're here, also, please subscribe. We appreciate you guys for doing all that good stuff. Again, man, sorry, can't see my pretty face tonight. Unfortunately, the baby's upstairs sleeping. That leaves me downstairs without my fancy camera equipment and all that good stuff. So we appreciate you for being here. We would like it if you subscribe, comment, and of course share, man. Tell your friends we got a good party going on over here, learning some football and having some fun. Appreciate you guys for being here. Let's get right into it. All right, we told you that we were going to, show you how Auburn tries to win football games, how they move the ball down the field. Here's what I think their identity is based on. It's about three things for me when I watch them on tape. Obviously, they want to play fast. That's what their identity is. They want to move the ball quickly down the field, get a lot of plays in. They try to confuse you in the meantime, throw a lot of funky formations at you. We're actually going to start with it to open the video. The whole first drive against Georgia last year was nothing but, trick plays, funky formations. Not only formations, though, they throw a lot of motions at you throughout the game. They're right here in this screen. They're throwing one. So not only that, they play fast, try to confuse you, but eventually they try to wear you down, right? They're going to play fast the whole game. They're going to still try to run the football, establish the run. They're going to try to confuse you. So not only are you physically tired, you're mentally tired. So they're wearing you down throughout the football game in hopes of scoring late. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is the very first play of the game. And what you're going to see here is this guy looks like a normal left tackle. They actually got an extra tackle in the field, or on the field, lined up in a tight end, as a tight end, empty down here, or, nobody down here because they're motioning to the top of the screen. Okay, but what you don't see is this dude's number is 44. I believe it is. No, 47, excuse me. He's got 7 career receptions in his entire 3-year career up to this date. He's in his senior year at Auburn. 7 career receptions. What does that tell you? He's a blocking tight end, okay? He's kind of going to indicate what's going on. What I want to show you is the tight cut here in a second. Good play design. They get out on space. This is another thing. They're trying to get everybody, to the whole identity of playing in this type of air raid system is to not have to block everybody. Look, they don't block Azeez Ojulari right here. They don't block J.R. Reed. They're just letting them make their own mistakes and then letting the quarterback react to how those guys are reacting out there. You see where Bo Nix's eyes are? Is immediately on the play action fake, or on the run fake, or the run read right here. His eyes are locked on JR. What's JR doing? Sinking. I'm going to pull the ball out and get it out in space. Okay, but let's watch the tight. Here's what I want to show you. This joker's wearing 44. Okay, everybody think, 44. He must be, some type of athlete, some type of tight end. Wrong. He's just wearing 44 because Gus Malzahn wants to make it a little tricky, and now he's got an eligible tight end on the backside. Okay, but what it is, look, this dude's wearing double knee braces. Look how comfortable he looks in this left tackle stance. That joker is an offensive lineman. He's just wearing 44. So it's all about trying to confuse you, trying to play fast, and get out on space. But here's what Georgia did, and we're going to show you this throughout the day. This dude right here is Walter Grant. Walter Grant, at the beginning of this football play, you don't see it because the tape runs a little short. Walter Grant is standing out here playing in space because they know what's coming. They got a heavy blocking tight end. This joker came onto the field. They got personnel guys up in top, which is one of our keys to win. You not only have to have quality depth, you have to control the personnel. Okay, so when you see 44 run on the field, your counter is Walter Grant's going to run on the field last year. I don't know if they'll do the same thing, but this is how they went about it. They said, if you want to do this stuff, you want to bring extra heavy guys onto the field, we will too. We'll bring a big, athletic, backup outside linebacker onto the field and add it into the equation. So you have to control the depth. You have to have quality depth, control the personnel, pursue the football. My God, you have to pursue the football against this football team from Auburn. And, of course, you have to communicate. If they're going to do all this crazy junk, we got to talk through it. I know, it was a crash course right here in the first 3 minutes of tonight's session. I probably went too long. I don't even like it, to be honest with you. Second play of the – just watch the pace. They immediately get up to the line of scrimmage after the first down. And now, boom, everybody's still moving on the defense trying to get into their alignment. It's just a basic run. They're just trying to get an easy free 4 yards because everybody's panicking. We're moving real fast. We're playing with high tempo. Then we get into the third play of the game, and here comes more trickeration. They've got 5 down linemen, but here comes this big joker running out here. We got another big joker at the top of the screen. A tight end on the backside that's eligible, wearing 42. What in the heck is going on? Oh, they're just running a screen to the bottom of the screen, and it's incomplete. But all that, look, you think this guy, how often do you think they run this play after this? Look at this. He don't want to do none of that. I mean, he gets to his assignment, but woof. All right. So first 3 plays of the game, they're trying to throw everything at you. Get your eyes all over the place. But look at guys communicating. This is how you win. Everybody hopping up and down. It's loud as heck at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Everybody's communicating. We get it licked. They force an incompletion. But look, everybody's out here. It would have been shut down anyways. How about this? Still, I believe, first series of the game. Some more trickeration. Watch what Bo Nix does right here. Check at the line of scrimmage. He walks up to the line of scrimmage. Boom. Bumps to the running back position. The heck's going on here? Oh, no. And motion? Good Lord. And then they run counter back into the boundary. All dressing just to run a natural, a play that's been in the game of football for 4 dozen decades at this point. But watch Georgia. Sometimes it's individual efforts can beat these gimmicky offenses. I believe it's Malik Herron. Watch him slant and chase this backside guard on this pull. Okay, when your guard goes away, 9 times out of 10 as a defensive lineman, just go follow with him. He'll take you right to the play. And what's he do? He takes him right to the play. And Richard LeCounte coming downhill. You got to have individual athletes that are all, playing together, but can make some miraculous, butt-saving plays out there on the defensive side of the football. That always helps. So if you remember last season's game against Auburn, I believe they're down 21-0 going into the fourth quarter. They score 14 points, have 3 cracks at it late in the fourth quarter to try to tie that football game up. So how does Georgia have so much success on the defensive side of the football versus in the first half versus the second half? Well, we're going to show it to you tonight if we get all the way through. But you'll see right here, they're about to press up or play man-to-man defense on 3rd and 10. In the second half, they play a lot of cover 3, play a lot of zone, trying to keep everything in front of them. I'm sure Georgia fans know what I'm talking about there. You see these guys strap up in the first half, and then they come out there and play zone and give up everything underneath. That's exactly what happened in this football game. That's why Auburn got a little bit rolling. But here we go. So it looks like a too-high shell, right? It looks like J.R. Reed is playing this half of the field. Looks like cover 2 man. You ever play Madden? That's what it looks like. Cover 2 man with these guys taking their halves of the field. But it's not. This is what makes Georgia a little bit different. And I'm sure everybody does stuff like this, but you got a scrambling quarterback, and we got a pretty good open field tackler right here in J.R. Reed. So what's he going to do? He's going to play a spy technique all the way from the safety. Look, he's coming in here reading nobody but number 10 because they know he likes to scramble on 3rd down. And he ends up trying to scramble right there. But everybody's locked up. Eric Stokes playing real handsy down here. We give up a pass, but it's 4th down and 3. Looks like cover 2, man underneath. Ends up cover 1, man underneath, with J.R. Reed playing a spy. Quick one right here. We won't spend much time on it. You think they trust this kid? Backed up on his own 1? Watch this right here. What are they going to do? They're going to give him the option to throw the daggone football. They trust that young man. That's his true freshman year. He's like 10 games in at this point. They're throwing out of their own end zone on first down. Talking about having guys making great individual plays. This is one right here. Watch Mark Webb. Recognize the screen, dips the left tackle coming out to block him in space. I mean, he fires like a rocket after that screen. Now, he doesn't make the tackle, but he might as well have. He slows that up and allows pursuit. Watch the pursuit, too. Individual plays. Watch these 4 guys turn and run for the football. I mean, look how quick he came into that screen. And look at these 3 jokers. They're getting back upfield, chasing after the ball. Individual effort plays and pursuit constantly. That's how you win. You know, I used to not think too highly of Gus Malzahn until I really started, as a TV viewer, until I really started looking at what he was doing, his play design, the timing of what he's doing. This dude's borderline genius. Now, there's this funky rule, and Monken uses this a little bit in his offense. There's a funky rule in football where you can pass the line of scrimmage as a wide receiver, but if you come back behind the line of scrimmage, every other receiver can block without getting an offensive pass interference call. So watch this play. They got trips to the field right here, all this space over here. They got their number 1 wide receiver, their best guy, Seth Williams, right here. It is 3rd and 9. This is a staple in the Malzahn offense. Williams is going to step up, draw the attention of Stevenson, and he's going to run a drag all the way down here behind the line of scrimmage. All right, these 3 guys are immediately going to go block the guys over him. He's got him, he's got him, he's got him. Originally, that's how it shakes out. You ultimately just end up taking most dangerous man in your space. So watch this. They end up bringing blitz from the boundary, which means they're obviously in some type of zone, but now Richie's got to get all the way down to this middle zone. Watch what Richard LeCount does as this guy. He's the free guy, and he identifies it and goes and makes that tackle. But look, everything else is licked up. We've already talked about this on my Twitter page if you've seen it. This guy's going to end up getting him. This guy's going to end up getting him. 42 has identified the inside linebacker as the most dangerous man, and now we're supposed to have it licked up, but we don't because Richard LeCount's a dude. Always got to give you an offensive line tidbit, right? Because I love it. I played it. I'm really good at, or not really good at, I'm really good at explaining it because it's big guys doing incredibly interesting things. Check the splits here. Okay, it's an early rundown. I believe it's 1st and 10 right here. They got the heavy package back in, big number 99 in there. Might as well be the modern fullback right here. But look how tight the splits are. Just take a look at that and keep a picture in your mind. We're going to go to the very next play. We're not going to take long on this. All right. Now it's 3rd and 16. Picture look a little different. Splits look a little bigger, right? Automatic passing down. You expect them to be pass pro and give a little more space so you don't get caught up on so many twists. But just imagine being at Auburn. All these, intricate plays we've already shown you so far, all the interesting formations, everything going on, the speed that they play with, the minor changes that they make in between downs, even at the offensive line position as far as alignment in their splits and stuff like that. You've got to be a really, really smart football player to play on this offense. Just a minor note I had to bring to you. All right, we talked about individual efforts. Feel like that's what we've been harping on so far. But there's a lot of them from Georgia. That's why they play so great in the first half. But here's what they're doing. They're trying to run or give a power look where they're pulling the backside guard, but it's really all just window dressing for a screen that they're trying to get out to the back right here, number 3. But watch what Malik Herron does right here. They shift like Georgia so often does on defense. He squeezes first. All right, most defensive linemen, most young ones, look at them both. Shoulders square. They're getting flat down the line of scrimmage, squeezing the space while keeping their outside arm free. And what this does for Malik is the running back runs right into him. He doesn't get upfield. And now look, this guy's blocking the air. He's going to go get that linebacker. This guy's going to be an extra blocker, essentially. If Malik is chasing after the quarterback like a lot of young, undisciplined defensive ends do, this screen might hit big. Look at all that space. That screen hits big on a first down play right there. Instead, they force Bo Nix to scramble out. Azeez Ojulari pursuing greatly right there, bigly, right? Just mixed in. Sorry, I just got done watching the debate. Not a political channel here. Let's get back to sports. But great play right here by Malik. And watch the next play he makes. Okay, the very next snap. Here they go, playing fast again. Everybody's confused. Nobody's in a correct alignment. Oh, well, just get there and rush. Well, what Malik does is he swims inside, gets a hand on a football. Boom. All of a sudden, fourth down. Bring on that punt unit, son. Malik Herron just forced a 3-and-out essentially by himself. All right, we told you it starts with the run, right, for Auburn. They open the second half. They have a successful first drive. I believe they end up punting here. But they're really starting to open up creases. They've worn you down a little bit. They're starting to move the line of scrimmage. Look, guys getting up on linebackers. We got a hat on a hat. We're picking up first downs. That's how they get success. Even down 21 right here, they're still dedicated to the run on early downs or when they need it. On short down situations, they can still run power at your face, run counter at your face. Hell, they'll run inside guard or inside zone at your face right here. They still got it. Now, these are all five of these linemen are all gone, I believe. They got a whole new roster, so I think it's going to be a different story. But the identity's the same. They're still going to try it. Doesn't mean they're going to succeed like they didn't in the first half. But in the second half, they started wearing them down, creating some holes. Another great play by Malik Herron on the backside. But either way, start to see it wear down. That's why they're starting to move the ball in the second half. This is the first series. Let's move on to the next play that I know is a tremendous play by Nolan Smith down here at the bottom of the screen. Let's go and skip to the top. All right, what ends up happening is they're running this. I believe this is called a mint defense for them. They're trying to create or make it look like an odd man surface, but they're still requiring double teams out here and solo blocks on the two-man surface out here if they try to run inside zone this way. That's what I believe it is. But look on this backside. Nolan Smith's put into a 4-eye situation at 230-so-odd pounds. But watch what he does to this left tackle. Bo Nix flips it. Now, instead of running inside zone right into the heavy portion of the defense, they're going to run inside zone left. So what Nolan has to do now is he's responsible for contain. So he's got to get to that outside shoulder. Immediately gets to that outside shoulder, sets the edge is what we call that, and forces a cutback where the free man now, Jermaine Johnson, is pursuing heavily off the backside. Right? Seems simple, but you've got to be able to identify. Look how quickly he identifies stretch zone his way. First moves forward or gather kind of, and then he immediately gets to the outside shoulder of an attempted double team and stonewalls it. It's a great play by a freshman. Georgia does such a great job varying looks all throughout the game. They've just got a walked-up look right here. Even Tyreek's kind of peeking in, and he ultimately ends up coming. But all the big guys in this formation, you'll see when we get to the tight, are on the outside. The smaller guys are on the inside. They're going to ultimately drop into covers. Watch how fast they do. Everybody jets out. Okay, back into zone. Remember I told you second half they went into quarters and cover 3. Look how soft that shell is. We'll get to that just in a second. All right, but they drop out. And this is on this B-roll right now because this is my favorite play from Tyree Stevenson in the entire 2019 season. This is why I'm so high on him, because he can do absolutely everything. But here's what we were telling you. Big guys on the outside. They got Trayvon Walker, and I believe this is Nolan Smith. Can't quite tell who this is. That's Nakobe Dean and Adam Anderson. These 3 guys in the middle drop out, and Stevenson ends up adding on as an additional rusher. Watch. Boom. Everybody's bailing. It's Quay Walker, by the way, right there, who I loved Saturday against Arkansas. Well, let's watch Tyreek Stevenson. So what's he going to do? He's going to pass rush right now. Running back doing a great job in blitz pickup, getting over. Oh, he's trying to cut us. We get cut, but we really don't. If my offensive line was calling knockdown, my offensive line coach was calling knockdowns in college, that's not. You got to have all 4 points. You got to have both knees and both elbows. That is not a knockdown. Sorry. Stevenson's just too athletic. But watch this right here. This is just freakish to me because I don't know how many times this guy really blitzed, rushed the passer in high school. Did you see him swat at that football? This is a 5-year, 10-year vet move in the league. I'm trying to get the ball out. Now, he almost does. That ball almost comes loose. But just the pure athleticism, the speed, the aggression, and the wherewithal. I love me some number 7. I can watch that guy play 7 days a week. Remember we told you got to know your personnel, know what they're bringing in. Think about how many quality control guys up in the box are just screaming their head off when they play Auburn. I bet they got to take at least 6 or 7 Red Bulls up in there just to track who's coming in. But personnel notice right here. We talked about earlier when 44 was on the field, 84 was going to come on the field for Georgia. It's exactly what happened. The personnel assistant in the box recognized 44 is back in the formation. They got Walter Grant back onto the field, and watch what happens. 99 goes running out, so what's Walter do? Walter goes running out with them, says, I got him because he's blocking. We need a big guy out here on the edge to help block in case they run screen our way. They end up going screen to the bottom, and everybody pursues to the football. Okay, it's good pursuit and good communication. Watch all the hand signals. Look at everybody. Everybody's yelling at everybody. We're communicating really well. Richard's pointing things out for everybody to know. DJ, get back in man over here on the guy in the slot. Just great communication all around. But it starts with the personnel, knowing what's happening. Okay, as soon as everybody, look, Walter had to hear it. Okay, he didn't quite see what was happening. He's a little delayed. They yell at him, get him in the correct positioning. And good pursuit. Controlled pursuit from Monty. He looks a little tired. We'll call it controlled pursuit. All right, we talked about how second half Georgia went zone. They didn't just line up and play cover 3. They didn't just line up and play cover 4. So even against the freshmen, the whole time they're trying to give them confused looks. So if what the freshmen didn't do is look up here, okay, this is a cover 3 indicator for you young quarterbacks. When you get butts turned, watch Stokes down here. First off the snap, butts turned. When you get butts to the sideline, you're getting cover 3 because J.R. Reed comes downhill up in here and starts playing this bubble, and then we got a 3-man surface right here on the mid-level, deep third here, Richie Rome in the middle. But what you'll see is it didn't take long for this offensive coordinator staff to realize what was going on, because here in just a second, they completed that football, but here in just a second they start throwing cover 3 beaters all day. That's why they started moving the ball. They started recognizing coverage, getting Bo Nix lined up, getting him up to the line of scrimmage early, identifying what's going on so he can make accurate throws and good decisions. Again, Georgia's not just going to line up and play cover 3. What they're going to do is they're going to play cover 3, but do it in the most craziest way you ever seen in your life. Well, it's been done before, but it's still advanced. They're going to send corner blitz right here from the boundary. All right, this is a staple in Dan Lanning and Kirby Smart's system. If you haven't seen the Eric Stokes hit by now, you're not a Georgia fan. All right, so Richard LeCount's now going to be responsible for this third of the field. J.R. Reed's going to be responsible for this third of the field. And since they're in a conduced formation, Eric Stokes is nice and easily got this basically whole half of the field. All right, watch what happens. Butts turned. This butt isn't turned. His eyes are peeked inside the whole time. He's probably coming. Okay, they rotate down into cover 3. Chad Morris has identified that they've been running zone. They've been running cover 3 all night. So what are we going to do? We're going to throw a cover 3 man beater up into this joker. We're going to have Seth Williams drive on the guy having the deep third on the outside, get into the void left where the guy in the middle of the field can't quite get over. And we're also going to send something into this backside corners area too. Big play right there on 2nd and 5. It's a chess match, man. It's a chess match all game playing Auburn. Talking about two guys, or at least in Malzahn, a guy that knows what you like to do defensively and studies your tendencies like a dog. Well, he knows, or I'm assuming he knows based off this play design and play call, he knows that Georgia likes, like most teams, likes to go cover 0 on the goal line. They like to bring pressure in your face and man up across the board. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to take this joker and run him in the formation. Eric Stokes, good luck. We're going to run him, sprint him as fast as we can, and everybody on the edge is going to block. We're going to force Eric Stokes to run all the way across the formation and come downhill. Now, the advantage the offense has, obviously, this wide receiver can run in a flat line, a straight line. Eric Stokes got to sift through all this garbage on the way over, and he's not getting over. Touchdown. Okay? They're just so daggum smart over there in that offensive coordinator's room and offensive staff, and it starts with Malzahn. Oh, hey, another cover 3 beater. You're going to sit in cover 3 all night in the second half. I got plays for that. Now, I don't know why he's dead in the middle of the field, but he's also leaning a little left. I'm assuming it's because this guy can absolutely fly. That's Anthony Schwartz. Maybe they're worried about him getting back over the top of him. But all they're doing is they're sending a seam route straight into the void of the cover 3. Imagine this guy's got this bubble, and he can't come off of it because this guy's pushing into him. This guy's got the middle of the field, and Richard on the backside, I believe it is, or these two are splitting that half of the field. So maybe cover 6. But either way, This is the void, and they're just going to hit it. Zones are all about finding voids as an offense. You see somebody running zone, figure out a way to design a play to get into the hole of the zone. This is something that Kansas City does really, really well in the NFL. All right, now watch this when this ball is completed. Watch this. Watch these guys over here. He's running down the line of scrimmage. He's giving signals. They're already on the line of scrimmage up here. They're already at the next play. We got hands on hips. We got guys getting down in their stance late. We got motion and everything going everywhere. Everybody's bailing out of the formation. What in the heck's going on? They're just motioning to, I believe they're just motioning to twins. Bunch twins right here. Motioning out to this, running a quick screen down to the bottom. Get it to your best player. Make a man miss. Get a good block. Boom, 18 yards. What do? They run up to the line of scrimmage again, and they run the same play, just the other side. We called this NASCAR in high school. Fast, 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 go run it again. Get it to the guy at the top of the screen. Boom. Now we gain 10 yards. 3 plays, about 65 yards in about less than 40 seconds off the clock. It's impressive, man. It's an impressive machine when it's working. When it's not, your defense is just on the field. Now what happens? Look, everybody's worn out. Auburn's running the ball down our throat. Why are we giving up big runs? We haven't given up big runs all day. Well, because you're daggum sucking wind, and they're creating creases down here in the bottom at the line of scrimmage. I mean, this hole, you'll see it. This hole is big as a bus, whatever. Give me another word to use there. But look at it. Look at all this space out here. My God. Everybody's gassed. Leads to a touchdown. Same thing here. Everybody's gassed. So much so that Bo Nix out here making people miss. Monty Rice, sorry. I don't mean to call you out. All right, so let's watch the final drive right here. This is a 3-and-out, under 2 minutes. Georgia's got to get off the field. Offense is struggling to move the ball all second half. Have to win the football game right here. So let's just watch it. These 4 plays, and this is exactly how you win. We told you at the start you have to have quality depth. They're in the midway through the fourth quarter. They've been on the field for about 36 minutes at this point in the second half. You control the personnel. Watch the amount of dudes that are still left out here playing and how they're playing. They're designed to be put into great situations. Georgia's doing this right now from their defensive coordinator staff. You have to pursue the football. We're going to show you some pursuit here, and you have to communicate. Of course, it's late in this football game. Got to get off the field. We get a bad miss from Bo Nix, but it's pretty much licked up. They got to drive the length of the field. Georgia's still in cover 3. They're going to change that here in a second. Everybody's licked up. We're gonna give this up late in the football game. That's fine, but it forced an incompletion. Bad miss by Bo Nix. Let's go to the next play. Here's the versatility, guys. Look at it. Trayvon Walker out here, Azeez Ojulari, Devontae Wyatt, and look at these 2 jokers, number 7 and number 17. Watch Tyreek Stevenson bail out of here. Woof. He's getting to his zone quick, isn't he? All right, let's get to the next play. This is how we're closing it out tonight. All right, we changed personnel again. We brought Jermaine Johnson onto the field. I don't believe he was on the field last rep. Mark Webb's now into the formation. Tyreek Stevenson's up here. Okay, they're going man to man with 2 safeties over the top helping out. Everybody's locked up. Everybody's locked up. Watch the pursuit from these big jokers up front. Azeez almost gets him. They flush him out of the pocket. Everybody's still locked up. Look at the effort back here from these guys. They got to cover for 5 to 10 seconds. Look at all that. Everybody. Look at the pursuit right here from J.R. Reed. For apparently like really no reason. That's going right out of bounds. Let's go to the next play. Now we're into 3rd down. Let's watch this from Azeez. I don't know how that guy didn't get called for a hold. But look at these big jokers running after him. Also, a note. Want to know how freaky number 44 is? They dropped that joker into a spy on Bo Nix. That's scary. To me, at least. I don't know about y'all. That dude's 300 pounds as a spy. Oof. That coaching staff believes in him athletically enough to do that. That is insanity. All right, here we go. 3rd down. Got to have 2 stops. They're going for it on 4th. What do? Everybody locked up. Great play by both Tyreek Stevenson and Richard LeCount right here. Watch this from the top. Tyreek's down here. He's got to take the guy going upfield, pushing vertical, as they would say. And then he shrinks space and then disrupts the ball. And Richard back there being as physical as all can be. This is a crucial point in the football game. Boom, break that ball up. No, sir. Richard actually rips it out. Tyreek gets there, but Richard rips that ball out right there. But look at the personnel again. Look, now we got Adam Anderson, one of the freshest pass rushers and freshest bodies on the field in America at this point. They've been on the field so much, and this dude, watch how much juice he comes off the line of scrimmage with. Imagine being this right tackle. Look at that. Look at that burst. Oof. Now he gets planted, but either way. Look, Trayvon Walker's still in the game. Quay Walker now in the game. Aziz back over here. Just so deep. Now we got Quay spying. Going into the fourth down. You think these guys are scared? Fourth down, they walking down in a man-to-man coverage, saying, beat me. We're bringing 5. We're bringing 5, dropping 6. 2 guys with help over the top, and we're coming after you. And leaving a spot for your butt. Trayvon Walker, sack, ball game. That's how it's done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show tonight. Hope you learned something. As you can see right here in the bio, first of all, if you don't know how to find me on YouTube, obviously you're here on YouTube, so you probably have. But just search Bricks Austin, pops right up. This is what it's all about right here. And I saw this. I forgot I even wrote it and when I first started the channel, but this is 100% true. This is the place right here for all your UGA film breakdowns. I'm just a former ball player that's doing his best to make a complex game simple. If you didn't know it, if you just watched it on TV, football would seem like this game where big people, fast people, strong people are all fighting over a couple of inches, running into each other, and it's all for your entertainment. But what in reality is happening is it's a super complex game that requires really smart individuals to play it and even smarter people coaching it. So, yeah, this is how you find me, man. Just yours won't look like this, but go ahead and hit subscribe next time you see it. Another thing I would like to ask you to do, follow me on Twitter. This is where you get all my scheduling stuff, when I'm going to have post out, all that good stuff. You can solve all those questions by just hitting the alerts on the YouTube account. But either way, head over here, follow us on Twitter. Really opinionated over here, really interact with all of my followers and whoever the passerbys come through, so I appreciate it. If you open some dialogue over there, if you got any questions, let me know over there or in the comments. We will see you guys next time. Always appreciate you.